Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the Overseas Guides Company's YouTube presentation. Well, just a few words today about how you're going to settle in your first few weeks moving overseas, anywhere overseas. I can still vividly remember the first few days when we moved to France. We were surrounded by packing boxes, not entirely sure of where anything was, happy to be here, but not really knowing where to start. The house did need a lot of work doing to it, still does actually, and we weren't really sure what we were going to do first, but we were proud and happy to know that we have bought our place in France, and you'll be the same. You do have a certain sense of achievement when you buy a property abroad. Any move brings it with it some stress, of course, particularly when moving abroad. But the most important thing is to remember that you have time, and you've got no one else really telling you what to do outside of your immediate family, and you can now relax a little, breathe a huge sigh of relief, and pat yourself on the back. I think the basics of life are important, of course, so make sure you pay some attention to having a decent bed, getting the kettle out, finding a toaster and putting out clean towels. If you're comfortable with the basics of life at the start, you'll be able to cope with any stresses that may occur in your first few weeks and adapt gradually. Remember also, everyone loves to give advice. Chatting to your neighbours, local shopkeepers, etc., in restaurants and bars, cafes, it's always a good idea. Introduce yourself to people and try to practice whatever language the country is you're in, even if you think it's a little bit rusty. It's always important to try. If you're moving to a country where English isn't spoken, of course, it's quite a good idea to learn a little bit of the language. If you've got children, they will quickly make friends and have them in school. They will actually also learn the language very quickly. Get out and about as much as you can and leave the heavy stuff till later. As I say, if you shop locally and make acquaintances wherever you go, you're much more likely to integrate, and that's the key to being happy abroad. If you're looking at having work done, try and employ local tradesmen wherever you can, because that will stand you in good stead within the community. Once you're a little more settled and have your sort of sofa house and your glass of wine, etc., chances are that you might want to invite people over. So do that, invite people around for a drink. In the case of France, it's quite a good idea to invite your local mayor for an apéro. Above all, remember that Rome never wasn't yours today, and you will gradually get to know the ropes in your new home, even though there may be days when you're homesick. But the key to accessible life in any new country really is to take things gradually, smile, and be friendly to everybody. You have all the time in the world to put bookshelves up and worry about the finer points. It's important to enjoy it as you go along. Do always, as always, ask us for specific advice. We're here to help, and look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye bye.